Your presence pierces the darkness with your light. You have such a unique power that even your enemies inwardly accept you and glorify you. You will push your limits and challenge even yourself, because you are not an ordinary person. You are the chosen one, approved by the heavens, endowed with divine power. Your journey in this world is just the beginning. Your steps are writing a story to which not only human beings, but even the heavens and the darkness will bow down. Your courage, strength, and the will that chose you are part of a plan that will overcome every obstacle. Don't let your weaknesses limit you, because the power that chose you is ready to carry you to the top. Take the first step to take yourself to the top by writing 77 in the comments. The journey you are on now proves that there is always a greater meaning and order in life. Your existence touches a purpose far beyond the ordinary. Your life is part of a carefully designed plan that leaves no room for chance or coincidence. Your inner light is growing stronger as an echo of a call from beyond time. Are you ready to open your mind? The talents and potential that have remained hidden in your own inner world are now becoming visible. Time has worked to open the eyes of those who have not noticed you. Every difficulty in your life was a stepping stone that molded you for this moment. The obstacles encountered have been a challenge that has made you stronger. Now, with your inner strength, you illuminate the darkness around you. This ascension was part of a plan far beyond the human eye, and was only possible because of your patience and dedication. Like a stone in the hands of a sculptor, waiting to take shape, every detail of your life was patiently worked out. When people ignored you, they were actually witnessing your molding process without realizing it. The self-discipline and skill built in your invisible moments have now turned into a shining reality. Even in the moments when you forgot your own worth, everything was moving forward in divine harmony. Now, every detail that was once overlooked is being appreciated with praising glances. Your change also affects the world around you. While some people watch you with admiration, others find it difficult to understand the power underlying this change. But remember that this journey has not happened with anyone's approval, but with your commitment to a greater plan. This ascension is inspiring the transformation of not only your life, but the lives around you. You may even feel a wind of change blowing through the minds of those who once underestimated you. But this success is a reflection of divine harmony, not of human opinion. Your path in life is shaped by a power much deeper than meets the eye. Behind every ascension, there is a story that is being built with the guidance of an unknown hand. Some people may rejoice with you, while others may find it difficult to understand the source behind this change. The truth is that this journey was not only your endeavor, but guided by a greater power. This process is not only your success, but also a sign to others. Even in moments of ego boosting, it is important to remember that this journey actually serves a larger story. Each step is taken for a higher purpose. At each new stage, remember that your journey is a gift. Each step you take becomes a light and a source of hope to those around you. Your story is a guide for others to look at their own journey with confidence. Any reward you receive is not just for you. It is an opportunity for others to rise and find courage in their own paths. Realize the power of being an instrument in this sacred cycle, realizing that every moment has meaning. Even when you reach the pinnacle of success, your focus must continue to be on the original source, for the higher you rise, the greater your responsibility. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thank You button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now, share your blessings to glorify His kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Your story has meaning not only for you, but also for those around you. Every step you have taken in uncertainty has revealed the purest form of your character. Focusing on your own shortcomings, you may not have realized that this process was preparing you for a deeper meaning. But now, those shortcomings have been used like bricks to create a unique structure. Each detail is part of a larger plan. Even when you doubted your own worth, it was not forgotten that you were part of this plan. The impact of your actions is much deeper than you think. Your invisible efforts silently touch the people around you. A simple smile or a moment of support can open new pathways for others. The determination and grace you show inspires those who are struggling with difficulties. Without realizing it, you can be a turning point in the stories of others. This is not a random effect. On the contrary, it is a reflection of an unseen order. Every moment is filled with the opportunity to change the lives around you, and your steps are part of that change. Each of your steps leaves a trace that will guide those who are looking for a way in despair. Perhaps what you see as an ordinary endeavor is a spark of inspiration for someone else. People notice the subtleties you harbor behind your stance, the moments of patience you ignore, the difficult times you encourage, and the dark moments you illuminate with a tiny light carry deep meaning in their eyes. Although not expressed in words, these actions resonate in lives and create an impact beyond what is visible. Every soul you touch is molded by this silent influence, creating a chain of small miracles. Knowing that God is using you as a channel to touch the world shows how precious these efforts are. Sometimes you can forget your own self-worth by focusing on your own imperfections and failures. But in God's eyes, your faults are not obstacles, but part of a story. Your seemingly ordinary aspects are details that are necessary for a great plan to work perfectly. He sees into your inner world and recognizes your potential, even in your most vulnerable parts. Even when you feel inadequate in your own eyes, God continues to mold you as a work in progress. Your every step is part of a divine narrative, and your role in this story is unique. Just look into your heart and hold tightly to the purpose for which you were created. To know how God sees you is to realize that your every sacrifice, every struggle, and every tear is noticed. Your every step, guided by unseen hands, is actually part of a perfect harmony. Even in moments of fruitless endeavor, these actions do not go unnoticed by God. His love, which carries you beyond your limits, embraces not only what you do, but who you are. Every burden you carry and every obstacle you overcome is part of His plan. He always recognizes the resilience in you and uses it for a greater purpose. The rewards God has in store for you are far beyond your imagination. His timing is always at the right moment, and it is like a key that unlocks all paths. Opportunities that seemed lost are reshaped. Doors that seemed closed become bigger ones. These developments are not random. They are the reward for the steps you take with faith. The apparent coincidences of life are signs of divine order. Every blessing serves a larger story, and that story transforms not only your life, but the lives of those around you. Trusting in God's guidance brings a peace of mind that everything is working exactly as it should. Each step on life's journey is a challenge that prepares you for the next stage. Even if your mind is filled with doubts, brought on by fear, your heart must be guided by the power of trust. Misleading thoughts may whisper that you are not enough, that success is far from you. However, deep-seated faith is your strongest shield against these lies. Learn to see your true worth through the eyes of a divine love that created you for a special purpose rather than by earthly standards. In dark moments of doubt, remember that you don't always need all the answers to take a step. Only trust is enough. Every step you take, no matter how small it may seem, brings you closer to blessings you could not have imagined before. As you move forward, you will find that fear will try to stop you, but faith will carry you forward. This journey is a process in which your loyalty is tested. Challenges and delays may tempt you to abandon your trust, but these moments are also opportunities that mold your character. Faith is not only a means to reach a goal, but also a way to stay on the path. When the realization of your expectations is delayed, it is not a loss, but a process of preparation for a bigger story. Although the judgments of the outside world may try to make you question your worth, the strength in your heart can turn everything upside down. These moments are opportunities not only to move forward, but also to remember again that you are in a divine order. Every experience is orchestrated to bring about a change in the lives of others through you. Every victory you have won, every hardship you have endured, and every endurance you have shown shines as a testimony to the divine plan. People around you will see not only your achievements, but the story behind them. This journey is not only about you, it is also about inspiring others, offering them hope and guidance. Recognizing that you are part of the divine plan is not just about soaring high, it is about helping others find the same path. Embrace this responsibility, because every step you take leaves a legacy that touches not only you, but the world around you. In life, doors may close that seem pre-planned, but these closings are the harbingers of new and greater ones. The answer to your prayers, though sometimes not what you expect, will always come at the right time and in the right way. The rewards God has in store for you are a reflection not only of your effort, but also of your faith and faithfulness. In this process, learn to walk with a humility that is as deep as the higher ground you ascend. For ascension is not only a reward, but also a calling. Every ascension is a commission to reflect His love and power to the world. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this gesture will come back to you 100-fold in abundance. Your every action, even if you don't realize it, creates growing effects around you. Moments that you see as ordinary turn into moments that sprout seeds of hope for others. The path you tread with quiet determination inspires the people around you. Your faith and resilience reignite a spark in some, revitalizing forgotten hopes and giving them a courage they never believed possible. The ongoing change in your life reminds others how powerful a greater power can be. Your journey creates a chain reaction that touches not only your life, but the lives of those around you. Your life causes others to ask new questions about their own existence. Questions like, what is the true purpose of my life? What can I gain with deeper confidence? Resonate in their inner worlds. Your experiences are not just a story of personal change, they become a call to action. Your achievements and transformation reach not only those around you, but also people you have never met. Your story becomes a source of inspiration that will resonate for generations. God has positioned you not only for your own well-being, but also to enlighten and guide others. On this journey, every moment you touch people, even without realizing it, is part of a larger plan. Even the smallest actions have the potential to light the way for others. A word of encouragement, a prayer, or even a simple offer of support in a difficult moment can transform someone's life. This responsibility also makes you realize the limits of your power. Your blessings are given to serve those around you, not just yourself. God has chosen you to be a source of inspiration and a guide because He knows that you have the power to fulfill this role. Every small gesture of yours becomes a light that gives hope and direction to others. This is not a coincidence. These are carefully crafted moments, each one part of a divine order. All these effects in your life are the result of your progress under His guidance. Knowing that God touches others through you makes your responsibility both exalting and humbling. Everything you do has meaning in His plan, and being part of that plan brings the opportunity to be a light to those around you. You are in a situation where you should be proud of yourself and at the same time grateful for this opportunity. Your journey has the power to inspire others and lead them to a deeper connection. Embrace this power and remember that every moment serves a purpose. Your life is creating a vibration that reaches the hearts of the people around you. Like an invisible light, your behavior and choices help others to find their own path. Perhaps there is a friend who finds renewed hope after witnessing your determination, or a colleague who sees your courage in a difficult moment and begins to pray. These changes are no coincidence. They are part of a bigger plan. Even a small moment can become a sign from God of how lives can be transformed. Your story is living proof of God's healing power and how struggle can become a source of strength. There is a story that touches the heart of every human being, and your journey shows others a direction. Even if you don't realize it, your life is having a profound impact on other lives. Those who witness the source of your power begin to question their own paths and discover the potential within themselves. Your experience is not only a personal transformation, but also a call to action for others. Through you, God is touching others and inspiring them to make new beginnings. Your story resonates far more than meets the eye. It is a mistake to think that every opportunity that comes your way is the right path. God wants you to choose not just the easy path, but the path that will develop you deeply and bring you closer to Him. Every choice that comes your way brings you to a moment of decision. A seemingly attractive opportunity can sometimes hide the real truth. To be able to recognize this requires patience and attention. Consult your heart to see which choice brings peace and which path is in harmony with God's plan. Avoid the temptation to make quick decisions and wait for His guidance. Every decision you make is like a stamp on your future. The choices you make today shape not only the present moment, but also the legacy you are creating and the value you will add to the lives of others. As you move forward on your path, act with courage, knowing that each step brings you closer to a greater purpose. These opportunities before you are waiting to be supported with patience and trust. God's guidance does not leave you alone. His way always brings accompanying strength and determination. Keep going, remembering that what He has prepared for you is greater than anything you have left behind. When difficulties surround you, deep down there is always the same assurance. You are never alone. Every struggle is part of a larger design, and in the process, not only your endurance grows, but also your faith. Every step forward shows that He is moving with you. When you are tired, when you feel exhausted, strength comes from beyond your limits. God's support is always there to lighten the heaviest burden and simplify the most complicated path. With a strength that carries you without you realizing it, you find security in the midst of every storm. In every detail of your life, there is a trace of compassion that reaches out to others. Never underestimate how your small gestures create ripples in the lives of others. Just a word of support or a heartfelt help reaches out to those around you as a reflection of God's love. No matter how little you think you have, the power of sharing should never be underestimated. Every small act done with love is the beginning of a chain that has a much greater impact. God uses these moments to mold not only others, but also you, so that you are blessed with the joy of being both giver and receiver. Your life is like seeds patiently sown by a gardener. Even if the movements beneath the soil are invisible to the eye, something is growing, strengthening, and preparing to come to light. Remember that every seed you plant will blossom at the right time. Although you may not see any results at the moment, God's work in the soil is going on and on. Sometimes the greatest roots grow quietly in the deepest depths, for a strong tree can only grow on firm foundations. This waiting process is not just a pause, but part of a divine plan to prepare you for greater things. Waiting requires patience, I know that. But patience is not only a virtue, it is a sign of trust in God's work in you. Every delay is only a sign of greater preparation. Just because your efforts do not produce immediate results does not mean that they are in vain. That seed in the ground will sprout, blossom, and bear fruit just in time. Perhaps you are feeling a pause right now. Perhaps you feel that the wind is pushing you. But know that God is using even the wind to deepen your roots. Trust in His guidance, because each step is bringing you closer to the best. Every day you have a choice, to wait patiently or to force things impatiently. God's ways may not be easy, but they are always right. Easy solutions may be tempting, but strong roots take time. If you wanted to pick the fruit of a tree immediately, you would find that the fruit was not ripe enough. That is why trusting in God's timing is not only a sign of faith, but also a sign of wisdom. Your life is like a huge painting in the hands of a painter. The brushstrokes may not make sense on their own, and sometimes they may even seem confused or unclear. But in the master's vision, every color, every touch, and every detail is part of a bigger picture. God is patiently working on your life, making you not just an individual, but a masterpiece for others to see and be inspired by. Even when you think you are moving slowly, in fact, He is not letting go of the brush. Every moment, every step is part of His divine plan. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking on the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to his plan and be part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, his protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of his divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as his mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed and let the light of the Lord guide your path. Sometimes you may feel that you are struggling to move forward on your journey, but know that you are never left alone in this process. God's guidance is always with you. It makes you strong, even in the midst of adversity. Every difficulty is a tool that molds you to have deeper roots. There is a power that not only takes you from one point to another, but also gives meaning to every moment. God intends to illuminate not only your story, but also the path of others through that story. Every adversity is like a new layer added to your life. Sometimes these layers may seem dark, but in the end, they form a floor that will reflect the light. Perhaps at the moment, your progress feels slow. Perhaps you are not seeing the results you expected. But remember that in God's plan, nothing is wasted. Every struggle is an opportunity to make you stronger, more resilient, and more hopeful. And in the process, not only are you changing, others who witness your faith are beginning to find their own paths. Remember that God is writing a story with you. This story is not only a guide for you, but also for the people around you. As you move forward with patience, you are a light to others. Perhaps your story helps someone in despair to find courage again. Maybe someone who looks at your stance discovers the potential in themselves. Your story can be the foundation of the bridges that others build. As you overcome your difficulties, remember that these difficulties are not just for you. God is using you to inspire others, to touch their lives, and to encourage them on their own path. Each step carries a light for others, those who draw strength from you, those who witness your resilience, and those who hear your story can walk more courageously on their own paths. God is leading you not only to individual success, but also to a life purpose that touches those around you. Remember, every difficult time is a preparation for a greater grace. God's plan is always perfect, and his guided story is a source of transformation, not only for you, but also for those around you. Be faithful in your own journey, for it is a gift that in God's hands, others will find light. Every day is a new beginning under God's guidance. In those moments when you think you are making slow progress, know that he is actually putting you on the firmest foundation, and that foundation will become a path that not only you, but many others will walk on. Therefore, be faithful in all your endeavors. Every action, no matter how small it may seem, is a seed, and by God's hand, it will grow into a bountiful harvest. Every step taken with faith, patience, and perseverance makes you a source of grace not only for yourself, but also for others. As you go on your way, remember God's guidance, love, and power. Keep walking in hope and faith, knowing that your efforts are not in vain. For God is always with you, and his plan is always bigger and better than you can imagine. God's reminder to you today is this: you were created for a special purpose, and your value in his eyes is unquestionable. Every difficulty, every unknown, is a finely planned preparation process to move you forward. Where you are today is not the result of your own efforts, but of a divine plan guiding you. Your journey has not only strengthened you, but has also revealed God's faithfulness. Now use this moment in your life as an opportunity to pause and reflect, to feel deeply what you are feeling. Take comfort in knowing that every effort is seen, that every sacrifice has meaning, and that God's plans for you are far greater. Your steps carry not only a direction, but also a light to guide others. Proceed with patience and trust in God's timing. If you have been deeply moved by this message, express your acceptance of this divine call. Develop an inner commitment to recognize that you trust God's guidance, that you will continue to walk courageously on your journey, and that you are ready to wholeheartedly welcome the opportunities presented to you. At every step, remember that God is with you, and that the doors that open for you are opportunities to transform not only your life, but the lives of others. His loving guidance will always guide you. His words will give you hope, and His promises will open the door to new beginnings. Remember, your story is still being written, and it is a story in which faith will triumph, knowing that God is walking with you. Each new day is a testimony of His favor to you. Embrace it with courage,